Week 8 of the NFL season is in the books, and we had so much craziness this week, so many storylines. Let's recap everything that happened. We're going to start off with the Thursday night game where the Rams actually upset the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota, after starting 5-0, are now on a 2-game losing streak and looking like a repeat of what's about to happen in 2016, where they start off hot and then just collapse as the season ends. It's not that the Vikings played bad. It's more so that the Rams showed up to play. Rams offense in this game was lights out. Lights out. Stafford was absolutely cooking these fools. Puka and Cooper Kupp had a huge impact upon their return. And Kyron Williams has just been dominating on the ground. Vikings did what they had to do, but the defense is what cost them this game. A little bit better defense, and they would have won. Nevertheless, it was a good battle between both teams. I feel that both teams played very well. And now with the Rams healthy, that Rams offense is dangerous. Don't sleep on that Rams offense because they can fuck a lot of teams up. It's not like the Vikings defense was bad. Vikings have a pretty good defense, and the Rams did that to them. So I'd watch out for whoever's playing LA because these motherfuckers got a good offense. I know there was a controversial safety at the end of the game that should have been called a face mask. But let's be honest here. What are the odds the Vikings actually would have drove down the field, scored a touchdown, and converted a 2-point conversion to tie up the game? It's possible, but it was unlikely. Yes, the game was ended by that play, and it should have been called a face mask, would have completely changed the trajectory of the game. But I still feel the Rams would have held on, did what they had to do, and won the game. At that point, the Vikings were checked out. It was just too much of an offensive masterclass from the Rams for the Vikings to handle. Good win for the Rams. Y'all looking up. Especially in a weak division. Y'all really have a chance. Vikings, you better step up because your division is the last thing from weak. Lions look better than ever. Packers have been winning. And even the Bears looked... the Bears are the Bears, so whatever. At least the Bears are not that big of a threat to the Vikings. Vikings, you can't keep losing. You can't afford to lose because it's going to cost you. Next game, the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Cincinnati Bengals. I don't know what the fuck happened here. Cincinnati started off so well, and I truly thought they were going to win this game and cover, and they just got blown out. It's so interesting. 2 weeks in a row now. Hurts plays well. The Eagles' offense in general plays well from the pass game to the run game. And the defense locked up Burrow and company. I don't care that T. Higgins wasn't playing. You were up, I think, at one point like 10-0. They were up a good amount. And then they just blew it. And the Eagles just turned it on. It seems as if that after the Eagles overcome their first quarter struggles, which they are like historically bad in the first quarter this season, they just turn up to another level. I mean, truly. 37 points in damn near 3 quarters is impressive. It really is. They continue to dominate. I don't want to sit here and say they're frauds because they proved to me 2 weeks in a row they're not frauds. But there's another team in this division that the Eagles will not overcome. And you guys already know who I'm talking about. But I'll glaze them when the time comes. Eagles, good win. Round of applause. Y'all looking dangerous as hell. 5-2. Just make sure not to collapse because you started off super well last year as well. And we all know what happened last year, right? Because Bengals, you better get your shit together. You're 3-5. Shit is looking really bad for you. Really bad for you. You can't afford to keep losing these type of games. And at this rate, you're not making the playoffs because Steelers and the Ravens are looking a lot better. And the AFC in general is pretty stacked as of right now. Yeah, Bengals need to find their groove and start winning these games because 37-17 loss is inexcusable. Next game, a game that was not that crazy, expected. Titans versus the Lions. Initially, Titans started off decent in the sense that they were giving Lions a little bit of problems. I think at one point it was like 14-14. And you all see the score here. After 14-14, it went south for Tennessee. Lions came in there and they absolutely destroyed these guys. Destroyed them. They put 50 on their head top. The Titans' defense is pretty solid, and Lions put 50 on their heads. We're not going to say the same thing week in and week out. The Lions are stacked offensively. Even without their second best receiver, they put 52 points up. Unbelievable offense, unbelievable run game. Everything about this team is just like, damn, they may be real Super Bowl team. If they make it out the NFC at this point, is anyone surprised? Great win, Detroit. Keep doing what you're doing, because at this rate, y'all never going to lose. Y'all never going to lose, because 52 is insane on a good defense. Tennessee, y'all ass. Y'all not making the playoffs. Maybe you get lucky and win a few games here and there, but just pray. Or maybe, I was going to say just pray not to get a top 5 pick. Or maybe at this point, just tank and get a top 5 pick. Maybe draft a QB or like some star edge rusher that can change the trajectory of your franchise. Because right now, whatever you're doing is not it. But damn, Lions beat the fuck out of the Titans. Good Lord. Next game, we're going to go to Atlanta versus Tampa Bay. Super weird game in a super weird spread. Atlanta covered and won, like I said they would. But it was very trappy type of game. And it's funny that even with Baker throwing to literal nobodies, they still put up 26. And the argument could be made that Kyle Pitts touchdown should be ruled as a fumble at the end zone, which would have erased the whole ass touchdown off the board for Atlanta, which you look at the score, would have made all the difference in the world. Buccaneers played extremely well for how depleted they were. And they did what they had to do. They just fell a little bit short. Just a little bit short. A little more effort from Tampa, and they would have won. Atlanta, offense did its thing. Kirkio is balling. He's balling. Drip Cousins owns Atlanta at this point. But the defense had to step up. The defense got outplayed badly. To allow the Buccaneers to score 26 with that type of offense is not... You can't allow that. You can't allow that. Especially considering you're missing Evans. You're missing Godwin. Come on now. Atlanta, you got to play better defense than that. If they had Evans and Godwin, that's a whole nother story. But, come on. 26 points is too many points, and you damn near could have lost the game. You're lucky you didn't. You really are. But, nevertheless, Atlanta won. They covered. They did what they had to do. You like to see it. You love to see it, I should say. Next game. Another game I got right. Finally, I'm getting back on my hot streak. Arizona versus Miami. I knew Arizona was going to win this game. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Look, Dolphins played very, very well. And the difference between this Dolphins team with and without Tua is night and day. Night and day. Tua makes this offense flow, and this McDaniels offense in general just fluid. He is the answer to the Dolphins' problems. But Arizona is actually good this year. This offense for Arizona is super dangerous, specifically because you have Kyler, who's both a passing threat and a running threat. And now, forget about the running part of it. He has a true wide receiver one that he can throw the ball up, and that wide receiver one will make a play. Him and Marvin Harrison made some clutch-ass plays. Clutch. A lot of the throws, Kyler kind of just like tossed it up and let Harrison make the play. And that's what you have to do with a star receiver like this. And most importantly, Kyler has that running ability that you can't allow any defense to sleep on, because Kyler's going to run down your throat and / or throw it to Marvin. Now, look. Dolphins played well. Dolphins played real well. But Arizona played better. And that's the key to success. Good win, Arizona. You covered for me. You won for me. That's what I like to see, baby. Dark horse to win the NFC West. I'll keep saying it. Don't sleep on Arizona Cardinals. Do not sleep on them. Dangerous ass team. Miami, you have to get your shit together, because now that Tua is back, you have to start winning games if you want to compete for the playoffs and / or the division. But it looks like the division is pretty much the Bills already. Maybe Miami could sneak in the wild card. You never know. But Miami defense had to play better. It's tough against Arizona. You have to play better. You have to. That's why they got outplayed. And this kicker for Arizona, man, Mr. Clutch over here, Mr. Game Winner. Bro has hit like 3 game winners since their main kicker, I think it's Prater, got injured. Crazy. Good shit, Arizona. Good shit. Oh my God, this game. The Jets versus the Patriots. I'm not going to freak out this week. I'm not going to bug out like I normally do the last, 5 weeks? 5-game losing streak. I've been losing my mind. I'm going to be calm about this game. The Jets are absolute fucking garbage. They are trash. They are so trash. This team is just poverty. Everything about this team is poverty. Look, the easy answer is to blame the kicker and Greg Zuerlein. Greg Zuerlein is more or less the reason why the Jets lost this game. Let's remember, Zuerlein left 4 fucking points on the board. We lost by 3. Zuerlein left 4 fucking points on the board. Missed field goal, an easy one too. I think it was like 30, 40 yards. And a missed extra point. You can't allow this to happen. You cannot allow that to happen. It's inexcusable. Besides the fact that the kicker's garbage, at times the offense looked lackluster. Rodgers needed to step up and perform better. You know, he didn't play bad. The general offense didn't play bad. I think they had 0 turnovers, but they needed more. They needed to play better, especially against the Patriots team that's extremely weak. And the defense. I don't want to say the defense also cost us this game, but let's keep it a buck. You need 1 stop, 1 drive, 1 stop, and you allow Jacoby Brissett to drive down the field with ease, and score a game-winning touchdown on your asses. That's not high-caliber defense. That's shit defense. Low-quality defense. I haven't seen defense as bad since 2020 on the goddamn Jets. Embarrassment. Absolute embarrassment. Everybody on this goddamn team should be embarrassed with themselves. Aaron Rodgers needs to start taking more accountability. It's crazy because now, as someone who has to experience Rodgers from a more personal perspective as a fan, everything they were saying about this guy in Green Bay is true, man. He's selfish. He can't take accountability for his mistakes. And he is part of the reason why this Jets team has struggled so badly. Who are you going to point the finger at this week, huh? Season's over. We're the same record as the Patriots. Patriots have nothing to play for. We are apparently a Super Bowl contender. Yeah, my ass. Season's over. I'm done letting this team ruin my mood. I really am. I'm done talking about them. Patriots, y'all played great. Good win for all my Patriots fans. You did what you had to do. But again, let's not act like you're going to make the playoffs or go on a run. You're still pretty ass. You just beat the Jets, which Jets are just horrible. Packers versus Jaguars. Intriguing game. Very intriguing game. Specifically because I got this one right. I had Jaguars to cover, Packers to win. Back and forth type of game. And even with Jordan Love getting injured, man, Malik Willis just steps up and balls out every time he needs to. For all those people that were doubting on Malik Willis, which including myself, damn, we look stupid as hell. Because he has looked fantastic up until this point. Fantastic. That clutch-ass throw at whatever it was, 40, 30 yards, to set up that game-winning field goal was amazing. You got to do what you got to do, man. And he's clearly not just a running-centric quarterback. Good win for Green Bay. They continue to find ways to win in these tight-ass games, which, hey, it doesn't matter if you win by 50. It doesn't matter if you win by 1. If you win, you win. Packers are 6-2, looking real fucking dangerous. Real dangerous. Jaguars. I mean, come on. Y'all could have won this game. You were down and you came back, but then you just managed to blow it either way. I don't want to sit here and shit on Lawrence or shit on the coaching staff. Y'all played well. You just got outplayed by a better team, right? And the Green Bay Packers are the way better team. Maybe a little bit better defense, especially against Malik Willis, would have won you the game. But what are you going to do, right? Jaguars season is also over. They suck balls. They can't win these games. They can't close out. And even when they make this nasty comeback, they just can't finish the job. And that is the reason why they are going to continue to fall short. That's the reality, man. That's the reality. Next game, massive upset. Massive upset. Baltimore Ravens versus the Cleveland Browns. Jameis Winston is eating W's and preaching the goddamn choir. I mean, holy shit. This guy balled out. He outplayed Deshaun Cosby in one game. Deshaun Cosby did not have this type of performance all season long. Damn near his entire career with Cleveland. And Jameis Winston came in there, motivated the team, and got the job done. I got this game half right. I had Browns to cover, Ravens to win. And Ravens could have won. I feel that, even though you guys know I hate Lamar, reality is that receivers sold badly. Bateman had a horrible drop. Kyle Hamilton, the defender, bro, had a literal interception in his hands, and he dropped it. A game-sealing interception. Ravens had every opportunity to win this game, and the Browns just came up clutch / lucky every time. What's interesting is I feel like this is a yearly occurrence with the Ravens. This weird game where they just lose for no reason, makes no sense whatsoever. And this is just it. I don't think the Ravens got fraud checked here. The Ravens played well. It's just Browns had this newfound motivation with Winston as the starting QB. And hey, you never know what this could start. Maybe now Winston could pop off like Sleepy Joe Flacco did last year and show that Deshaun Cosby's the problem. And with a quarterback who's more of a risk taker, you guys know Winston is a big risk taker, and he likes to throw it deep and fucking blind throw it wherever the hell he wants. It was a good win for Cleveland. I'll give them a lot of credit. That's what I like to see, especially when Ravens lose. But Ravens did not play bad. Ravens did not play bad at all. You got to blame the receivers. You got to blame the defense. They could have stepped up and played better. To allow the Browns to score 29 points, inexcusable. You needed to do more to stop them, and they didn't. You failed to do so. And that's why you lost. But this feels like one of those yearly occurrences. Ravens lose a bullshit game in the middle of the season. Surprise, surprise. I'm expecting Ravens to bounce back. But more importantly, I'm expecting Cleveland to keep this streak going. I want to see Winston ball. I'm rooting for Winston, and I want to see him outplay Deshaun Cosby and just lead this Browns team to the success they know they can have. Because we saw it last year with Sleepy Joe. Next game. Sleepy Joe's new team, the Indianapolis Colts versus the Houston Texans. Anthony Richardson is such a bum that he literally got tired in the middle of the game and checked himself out. I've never seen ever in my life somebody like this. I mean, what the fuck? What is he doing, man? What is he doing? Besides that, Texans didn't win this game as big and with as much authority as I thought they would. They won, which, yes, you know how I say, it doesn't matter if you win by 1, doesn't matter if you win by 50. But yet, these Texans wins have been super, fraudulent. They haven't looked good at times. And they keep getting away with it low-key. I don't know how long it'll last. Because come playoff time, you can't do this against the Chiefs. Even against the Bills, the way they played this season. You're going to lose like this. You have to play better. They may have lost Stephon Diggs. That would be huge. If Stephon Diggs got hurt, seriously, it's over. I mean, I don't want to say it's over, but now Diggs is injured. Nico is still banged up. You got to have weapons for CJ to throw to. And you can't have these type of close calls with the Colts of all fucking teams. Yeah. Good win, Texans, but you need to win better than that. Colts, good effort. You came up short, But the reality is that it's pretty simple. You play Sleepy Joe Flacco in this game, Colts win. No doubt in my mind. No doubt in my mind. I know Sleepy Joe would have scored more than 23 points. I know he would have. Keep playing Richardson, because he's a bum. He's a bum. And he's lazy as fuck, too. How the fuck you check yourself out of the game, you bum? Who the fuck kind of athlete are you? Bullshit. Buffalo Bills versus Seattle Seahawks. Nothing much to say here. I got this game completely wrong. I don't know why I thought Seattle even had a chance. They were tripping over themselves, literally. Buffalo just came in and dominated from the beginning to the end. Pure class, pure domination. Buffalo's offenses look good. James Cook is balling. And the overall Bills team is looking real nice, real nice. They're going to run away with the division because literally Jets are horrible. Dolphins are horrible. Patriots are horrible. Maybe Dolphins pop off in a little win streak, but even then, Bills have to do better. I mean, not Bills. Dolphins have to do better because Bills are not going to get caught. At this rate, no one's catching the Bills. Absolutely destroyed Seattle. Destroyed Seattle. As for Seattle, you're back to your bullshit ways where you're trash. You're fucking trash. I thought that win in Atlanta last week was going to motivate you guys, but clearly it didn't, and now you're back to the same old frauds you were, and I don't care that DK was injured. It doesn't matter. Yeah, bad loss for Seattle. Bad loss. You needed to play better, or at least lose a lot closer of a game to keep this morale, because as of right now, you're 4-4 coming off a nasty L. You need to find yourselves before it's too late. Truly. Next game, we have New Orleans Saints versus the Los Angeles Chargers. Los Angeles Chargers finally scored a touchdown. They've actually looked like a competent offense in this game. But let's be real. They play the Saints. Saints have no offense, no defense. Everybody's hurt. What did you expect? Chargers bullied them from end to end. I got this game right as well. I had Chargers to win and to cover. They covered with ease. They won with ease. Saints, I mean, I don't have anything to say for the Saints. I have no way to evaluate them. They're too banged up and they're too injured. What do you expect? What do you expect going up against a good-ass defense that the Chargers have? Chargers finally found their offensive groove and they're going to continue to do what they got to do. Now, they have to play like this against competent teams. Saints are not a competent team at this moment. Chargers need to prove a lot more, to me at least, to show me that they're still what everyone expects them to be, defensively and more specifically offensively. Good win for I almost called them San Diego Chargers, Los Angeles Chargers, but let's see what you do against better teams. Because right now, a win like this, I can't judge. Saints are just garbage. And Chargers, you did what you got to do against a trash-ass Saints team who's in the ICU. Next game, the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders somehow pull it out their ass and cover the spread as they usually do against the Chiefs. For some reason, the Raiders always play the Chiefs close. And you could see it. You really can. I'm surprised that they gave the Chiefs this many problems. It's shocking. But again, who cares? Chiefs won. They're 7-0. At this rate, they're going to go undefeated the whole regular season. Nobody, and I mean nobody, has looked close to stopping this Chiefs team. Maybe in the beginning of the season, they got a few problems from Ravens, Bengals, but ever since then, they've looked unstoppable. They continue to dominate. And even though Mahomes didn't necessarily have the best game and continues to have a very lackluster season, throwing interception after interception, who cares? Bro's a team player. As long as you win the game, I guarantee Mahomes would throw 5 interceptions and still be happy, as long as you get the W. Yeah. Raiders, you're shit. Maybe play like this against shittier teams and you'll win. For some reason, your Super Bowl every year is against the Chiefs. Makes no sense to me. But, yeah, I don't know what to say for the Raiders. I really don't. I don't have any words because they play well against Chiefs and then play horrible against every other team. So, Let's see what happens next week, because with the Raiders, why do I keep calling them Ravens? Raiders, it's any given Sunday, and you have no idea what to expect. No idea. Yeah. Next game, we have the Panthers at the Broncos. Broncos looked shaky initially, but they came to and just bullied the Panthers. Panthers are trash. Doesn't matter if it's Bryce Young. Doesn't matter if it's fucking Andy Dalton. They are trash. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Dave Tepper, sell the team. That's my only advice. Broncos. Defense played well-ish. 14 points is not great for the Panthers. But more importantly, the offense did what they had to do. Broncos came out there offensively and scored as much as they needed to. Would this be a different game with a better team? Yeah. Broncos may have not won it. But against the Panthers, you did enough to win. And that's the key to success. As long as you do enough to win, that's all that matters. Broncos win 5-3, looking real dangerous. Real dangerous. With that nasty ass defense they got, they can beat anybody. With a good D, you can beat anybody. I'm not overly sold on Bo Nix yet, but he's been playing very well. Definitely exceeding my expectations, that's for sure. Let's see what happens with this Broncos team, because it's very interesting. They can continue to ball out. They really can. I'd be shocked if they fall off a cliff. I expect them to keep this level of play. Even if they make the playoffs, I would expect it. The way they're playing, wouldn't be surprising if they make the playoffs. Truly. Good win for Denver. Good win. Y'all did what you had to do, and y'all keep rolling. Keep winning these games. No one's going to stop you. Next game. The game we've all been waiting for. At least for me to discuss. At least I've been waiting to discuss this game. The Chicago Bears versus the Washington Redskins. And if you don't know what happened in this game, let me quickly summarize it for you. Washington is up 12-0 for the majority of the game, and the Bears cannot do anything, and I mean anything, offensively. All of a sudden, DeAndre Swift pops off on a massive run, scores a tud, 7-12. Bears are driving. They hand the ball off to the white version of Refrigerator Perry, and because he's the white version of Refrigerator Perry, he fumbles the ball. Redskins recover. Redskins go 3 and out, punt the ball away. The Bears get the ball back and score what they thought would be a game-winning touchdown. It was like 30 seconds left or so, something along those lines, maybe even like 25 range. Jaden, the GOAT, Daniels, throws up a prayer of a Hail Mary. It's tipped and straight into Noah Brown's hands for the easiest touchdown catch of his life as the fucking Washington Redskins win the game. Let me start with this. All my Bears fans out there, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. What a horrible way to lose the game. What a horrible way to lose the game. But let me get into my rant now, because a lot of you seem to think I shit unnecessarily. It's my hate for the Bears is unnecessary and it's not warranted. But let me explain to you guys what the key issue for Chicago is. It's one man. It's Caleb Williams. LGBTQB1 is not good. I can't stand you delusional Chicago Bears fans trying to convince everybody that Caleb is good. Jaden Daniels outplayed Caleb. Even before the touchdown pass, you can subtract the touchdown play. Jaden Daniels played like shit, and he still outplayed Caleb. Caleb is not good. All of y'all saying, oh, the Washington defense is trash. Caleb's going to do whatever he wants. What happened? What happened? Just admit it. You made a mistake. Jaden Daniels is the better QB. It was obvious back then, and it's more as obvious now. Caleb sucks. He sucks. I'm going to keep saying it. He's not a good quarterback. And if this game doesn't prove this to you, I don't know what will. I know on that play, a lot of you are going to say the Hail Mary play. Oh, it was a holding. It was a holding. And all I'm going to say is, Cope-Harter. Really, bro? You're going to snag to a holding call on a Hail Mary? Come on. That's not an excuse. The real person you should be really upset at is fucking Tyreek Stevenson. Buddy's taunting the crowd, literally taunting the crowd as the play starts. The Bears fans are literally pointing at him. Yo, bro. The game is starting. The play started. Turn your ass around and play. He turns around, runs to the field, which, mind you, he was supposed to be on Noah Brown. And he makes the game-winning assist to Noah Brown for the touchdown. Yes, he probably could have bunted it down if he had that angle. But guess what? Karma's a bitch. And that is why this motherfucker blew that game for the Bears. Bears had it in their hands. But the key element to this game to remember, win or lose, Jaden Daniels is better than Caleb Williams. If you didn't believe it, you better believe it now. And if you think that Caleb is still better, you better drop a good excuse in the comments because Caleb sucks. Just imagine what this Bears team would be with Jaden Daniels. Just imagine. But you want to pick the LGBTQB1 who paints his fucking fingernails and wears lipstick. And that's what you're going to get when you pick this type of player. A bum! A bum! Jaden Daniels, my glorious king. I live bet this fucking Washington team. I made a couple dollars. Thank you. Keep winning games. And you are going to lead this team to victory of the NFC East. I know it. Next game, Dallas Cowboys versus the San Francisco 49ers. Miners, whatever you want to call them. They played so bad in the first half. I'm talking about the Niners. Just to blow the Cowboys out in the third quarter. Blow them out. They were up by 17 by the end of the third. Down by 4 at halftime, up by 17 by the end of the third. Cowboys are so garbage, and it's so annoying that these scores do not represent how bad the Cowboys play because they are the kings of the fake comeback where they stat pad and lead all these drives just to fall short every time. Every time. Dak sucks. Cowboys suck. They cannot beat the Miners if their life depended on it. If their life depended on it. They're like 0-4 in the last 4 games against the Niners, straight up and against the spread. Just shit performances left and right. Man, I don't think Niners are all that, especially with all their injuries, but the Cowboys are just dog shit. With the schedule they have remaining, Cowboys are not making the playoffs. No chance. Niners, you're 4-4. You needed this game, so things are looking a little bit brighter for you. But I don't know if you're going to have these type of games because Cowboys are shit. And I don't want to say barely beat them, but you got outplayed in that first half. So, yeah, that's pretty bad if I do say so myself. Good win for the Niners. They needed it to get back on track. Cowboys, take a look in the mirror because things are going bad and they are going bad fast. And at this rate, everything is going to fall apart for the Cowgirls. Let's get into the Monday night reaction. The Pittsburgh Steelers beat the New York Giants. Surprise, surprise. I mean, wow. The Giants really played well until they didn't. The typical story of the Giants. They had their opportunities left and right, and they just continued to blow it. They clutch up a massive fumble late in the game just for Danny Pennies to fucking fumble it again. Give it right back. TJ Watt with a sack, strip, and recovery. I mean, goddamn. And then Giants get another chance to drive down by 8 to at least try to tie it up. And Danny Pennies just fucking throws the worst interception ever when there's a receiver down the middle or going up the middle that's wide open. Wide open. He's a bum of a thing. This motherfucker is a bank robber. How does he make the money he makes? He's trash. He's so bad. This Giants team is held back by him. They actually have some weapons on offense now. This Tracy kid who had a concussion late in the game is a beast low-key. The Neighbors is a monster. Wan'Dale Robinson's playing well. Even Slayton's playing fucking well. And they're getting open. It's just Danny Pennies can't find them. And that's the issue with the Giants. The reality, man. Also, let's not even talk about the fact that they ran a 2-point conversion down. They were down by 8. Went for 2 to make it a 6-point game, which makes no fucking sense. Ran the worst play of all time, literally the worst play of all time. Mark Sanchez's butt fumble looks like it's nothing compared to the shit they did. Same thing with the Colts punt play, whatever it was, 10 years ago. Horrible performance from the Giants. I don't care if they only lost by 8. They needed to step up and play better. As for the Steelers, a little bit of offensive struggles in the first half. Couldn't convert, multiple touchdowns taken off the board. But they got the field goals up. And at the end of the day, they played very well in that second half, especially offensively. Russell Wilson, Mr. Unlimited, was really unlimited, man. He was throwing those deep balls. He had that one deep ball, the Pickens for a touchdown, was an absolute beauty. Beauty of a play. I got to give Wilson a lot of credit. He's balled out, but let's see him play against a good defense. Because right now, the Jets and the Giants, they're shit. So it's not enough to judge if Wilson's that guy. But, I will admit, Wilson's better than Fields. That's no question about it. They're going to roll with Wilson. And motherfucker, Steelers are top of the division, standing alone as of right now. Who would have thought? Don't sleep on the Steelers. They're a dangerous team. You can sleep on the Giants. They're a shit team. Those are my reactions for Week 8 of the NFL season. Stay tuned for more coming soon.